Hello everybody, Snowflake here, and welcome to another episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Behind the Card. Today we'll be focusing on Petit Dragon, probably one of the cutest cards in the game. Isn't he adorable? Look at him. He's so happy to be around. We love Petit Dragon. Anyway, let's go for it. So he's I assume it's a he. Probably shouldn't. It's a wind attribute, level 2 dragon type normal monster with 600 attack and 700 defense. Its card text says, a very small dragon known for its vicious attacks. Vicious? Really? No, there's nothing vicious about him. Look at him. He's adorable. He would never harm a fly. Well, maybe if it had less than 600 attack, but other than that, not so much. As we talked about 3 episodes ago when we were doing the Firegrass episode, Petit Dragon fuses with Firegrass to form Dark Fire Dragon. Couple of interesting things here. First is that Dark Fire Dragon has higher attack than both Petit Dragon and Firegrass combined, not very common for fusion monsters. And also, Dark Fire Dragon is a dark attribute, even though neither of the monsters fused to form it are dark, Petit Dragon being wind and Firegrass being earth. Moving on to some card tips. Some of the cards that can be used to search Petit Dragon include Fusion Deployment, Fusion Reserve, Fusion Conscription, Dragonet, Rescue Hedgehog, Rescue Rabbit, Primite Lordly Load, Treasure Panda, Unexpected Die, Primite Roar, Painful Decision, Guard Dragon Core Awakening, Carboneddon, Cosmo Brain, Primite Howl, Soul Unseal, Primite Dragon Never Berzelius, Princess Cologne, Supernatural Danger Zone, Emissary of the Afterlife, Human Wave Tactics, the League of Uniform Nomenclature, Blue Dragon Summoner, Dragonic Warrior, Dragunity Knight Gai Diarg, Soldier Dragon, Dread Dragon, Ninjutsu Art of Super Transformation, Starliege Seifert, Bestial Magnamhut, Drill Armed Dragon, Draconection, Masked Dragon, Armed Dragon v Armored Dragon, Dragonic Guard, Flying Kamakiri No. 1, Kujaku Jaku, Shrine of Mist Valley, Divine Wind of Mist Valley, Wind the Wind Channeler, Wind the Wind Charmer Verdant, Crystal Clear Wing Synchro Dragon, Gigantic Sprite, Small Scuffle, Mimic Clay, Packet Link, Serpentine Princess, Spirit Poacher, Battle Royal Mode Joining, Vampire Dragon, Rescue Ferret, Umbra Mirage the Elemental Lord, Stangan, Witch of the Black Forest, Hieratic Dragon King of Atum, Hieratic Dragon of Esset, Hieratic Dragon of Gebeb, Hieratic Seal of the Heavenly Spheres, Hieratic Dragon of Nebfet, Hieratic Dragon of Nui, Hieratic Dragon of Su, Hieratic Dragon of Tefnui, Guard Dragon LP, and Lost Will. Moving on to card appearances. This card appears in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime a few times. First of all, it's in episode 130. In the middle of Yuki's duel with Kaiba, remember Joey is in the Shadow Realm during Battle City, and he's in the middle of a dream tournament where Joey uses his Axe Raider to attack and destroy a terrified Petit Dragon, winning Joey the duel against a random kid. Poor Petit Dragon, he's so scared.
State Championship continues with Joey Wheeler in the lead.
Yeah, all right. This is just the card I needed. Time for me to summon Axe Raider in attack mode. Your dragon's history. Do your thing, buddy. Now you have 0 life points. Zilch, Zippo, nothing.
Oh man, no fair!
Awesome.
In episode 185, this card is shown in Rick's deck when Yugi is looking through it to give Rick some advice.
Excuse me, Mr. King of Games? Over here, sir.
Yeah?
Can you take a look at my deck, please? No matter what I do, I can't seem to win a duel.
I see the problem. All you got are dragon cards.
Yeah, dragons are my favorite. I traded all my magic and trap cards to get them.
In episode 186, Yugi is forced to use Rick's deck to duel against the KC Dual Tech 760. He gets Petit Dragon in his first hand and summons it in defense position. It is later destroyed by Air Knight Parshath, which then inflicts piercing damage to Yugi, as well as allowing the KC Dualtech 760 to draw a card through Air Knight Parshath's effect, and use the effect of Robin Goblin to discard a card for Yugi, in this case Sky Dragon.
Make your move.
I think I will.
With Rick's deck of all dragon cards, this isn't gonna be easy.
I'll begin with Petit Dragon in defense mode.
But that thing's only got 700 points!
That's because he's using that kid's amateur deck. He doesn't even have any magic or trap cards to choose from.
Air Knight Parshath, destroy Petit Dragon. Air Knight's special ability will now activate because this creature attacked a monster in defense mode. The difference between monsters' defense points and Air Knight's attack points are deducted from your life points, and one additional card is drawn. Now initiating the special effect of Robin Goblin. Remove one card from your hand. Deposit in card graveyard.
This card is also one of the many cards that appears in the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Japanese closing song, Borderline Battle. It also makes an appearance in Episode 1 of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, where this is one of the cards being used by one of the duelists trying to pass the duel exams. In case you missed it, it's in the top right corner.
Once again, all Academy applicants who have already passed their dual entrance exam, please proceed to registration.
In episode 35, this card is one of the duel spirits shown in the Reject Well, where Chaz Princeton rescues them as he's forced to duel with weak monsters in his duel against his brother Slade. It's also one of the monsters that is literally begging Chaz to take it out of the well. And later on in the episode, in Chaz's room in the aftermath of the duel, Petit Dragon is one of the spirits that's just hanging out with Chaz and annoying him to no end.
You're taking us! And us too! Don't forget us!
Well, Chaz?
Well, it can't hurt. Fine. Whoever wants to can come with me. But there's one condition.
Let me guess. Lots of hugs?
Hey!
Hugs coming up, Jazz!
Finally! Freedom!
Oh, wise guy.
Quiet! Get out of here! Now! I didn't sign up for this!
Come on, boys. Those guys just want to be your friend. Now let's go get some pizza. I call extra anchovies.
Yeah! I don't want anchovies, and I don't want any friends, or any roommates, or pets, or whatever it is you guys are.
In that case, just call us family.
Yeah!
Now for some card trivia. For those who didn't do French in school, the word petit means little, so Petit Dragon is basically Little Dragon. Petit Dragon appears in the artwork of the following cards. First of all, there's Win the Wind Charmer and Storming Wind, and it also appears in the series of the normal cards, the Law of the Normal, the Revenge of the Normal, and the Return to the Normal. This card has an advanced form that appears in the artwork of Familiar Possessed Win and Unpossessed, and the advanced form of Petit Dragon later gets its own card called Ranryu. But wait, there's more. There's an even more advanced form of Petit Dragon known as Awakening of the Possessed Rasenryu, where you can also see a form of Win in the background. Petit Dragon is basically Win's signature monster. Petit Dragon also has a stronger counterpart known as Fairy Dragon, which is almost twice as strong. And Petit Dragon was the first ever Dragon-type monster released in the OCG. Think of all the legendary dragons that have come since. Petit Dragon, the little dragon, was the first one to start. And that is it for this episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Behind the Card. I hope you enjoyed Petit Dragon. I know I did. It's one of the cards I own in real life, and I always like the the cuteness of it. It's just a very happy dragon. Did I say that enough? I'm not sure. But yeah, also it was the first ever dragon-type monster released in the game, which is very, very significant. And has a nice little link to Win, the various forms of it. Released for, Win the Wing Charmer, Familiar Possessed Win, and all the other ones. So a pretty cool monster overall. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I hope to see you on a future episode. For now, take care and goodbye.